But I saw this the other day, Timeguessr. Now, I have not actually played this, but it seems like there's a photo. You have to guess what year the photo was taken. Now, I do not think I will be very good at this, but I want to give it a shot, so let's do no timer, just for my first time. Okay. U.S. Army checkpoint. There's a McDonald's. Photo. So, photo pro person. €2 or $3 US. So the euro was worth less than the dollar at this point. Uniformierten Militärpolizisten. I think this might be Poland or Czech, like maybe near Czechia, maybe. I'm gonna go. Warsaw, Poland. Maybe this is like the early 2000s, maybe. Euros being less than US dollars has not been true for, I'm gonna go 2004. 2019, and I was semi-close, we were in Germany. 117.2 kilometers from location. Fake soldiers charging tourists at their first taken at checkpoint Charlie and Old Crossing Point, East Berlin and West Berlin. So that's 15 years off. Okay. So we're St. Patrick's Day. This does not look like an American city. I think we're... But this doesn't look like St. Patrick's Day stuff. This person's wearing a sailor outfit. There appears to be a dragon tail here. It's all green through here. This is a European-looking police officer. These buildings here don't look Irish though, they look more Greek or Russian even. Like Orthodox style roofs. I'm gonna be way off here. I'm gonna go Athens, Greece. And I'm gonna say this is pretty recent. I'm gonna say this is like 2018, 2014, but we were in Dublin. Okay, I should have probably known as Dublin, but the rooftops over here just really threw me off, and the color of these buildings. Those buildings looked a little bit more, I guess, Mediterranean to me, but alright. Zettel unbuzzing. Handoff af Vanda. Now Vanda is Dutch or Belgian, I think. Like that last name Vanda. I think it's like sort of this area, so I'm gonna go Amsterdam. And I'm gonna say this is, how does this go? 1900. I'm gonna say this is 1926. This is gonna be so wrong. Flemish Nationalist. So we were in Belgium, demonstrating for the establishment of a fixed language border in Belgium. Fighting the police in Brussels in 1962 as 36 years off. See, I thought we would have already had color photography by this point in time, but I was thinking Brussels, but I didn't go with my gut there. Welcome, Mr. Frank Sinatra, so that's clearly Japanese. And I imagine Frank Sinatra would have been coming in through Tokyo. I'm just gonna guess Tokyo. Now Frank Sinatra was the Rat Pack. That whole era of Vegas, and I think that was like the. See, I feel like with especially black and white photography, I always go way older, but this has to be post-World War II, right? And Frank looks a little bit older here. He's got a little bit of wrinkles going on. This isn't a young Frank. I think this is definitely post-World War II. 1966 in Tokyo. Okay, 1962, that's not bad. Year 4300, location 439131, that's my best guess yet. Frank Sinatra being greeted by hundreds of fans upon arriving at Tokyo International Airport. Sinatra's in Japan to perform 3 concerts to raise money for underprivileged children. That's really cool. I've always been a fan of Frank. Now that's a Ford. But this doesn't particularly look like an American city to me. No, that's not a Ford. Steering wheel on the left. This doesn't look like the US though. The street signs there. The buildings, the cars, the people, those don't look like Americans. Fezium. You know, given the look of these people, I'm either thinking France or Italy. This guy right here, this big hoss back here, I'm going Italy. I'm gonna say we're in Milan, and I'm gonna say we're in the, 77, 1970, and we were in Milan, Italy. That's crazy that I got that. I was 7 years off. It was 1970. Italians in all the Lancia Stratus 0. 3483.62 total. Those just looked like Italians to me. So I got 33,651 out of 50,000. Honestly, for my first go, I don't feel like that's that bad. Let's go one more time. That was a lot of fun, actually. Foys. Okay. We have the Olympic flags here. Or the Olympic rings, rather. There's Santa, Foys, Gibson. I think this is the United States, though, as much as I'm tempted to think it's not. We have a Volkswagen. We have these cars. Foys, I've never heard of that. But this would have been the Olympics, okay? So what US cities have hosted the Olympics. We had Los Angeles hosted the Olympics in 94. I think it was 94. But this doesn't look like Los Angeles, and this looks a little bit too old. I would say that, oh, this could also be the World's Fair. Oh, no, those are the rings. What am I talking about? I also like World Fair. That's like Chicago. This looks more East Coast. I don't think it's in. This doesn't look like LA. LA was in 94. Those cars are not 94. Did LA host it twice? I don't think they've hosted it twice. Unless the Olympic rings are like a distraction, like they're throwing me off, but then I think that's what all the flags are for. I don't think this is. I'm pretty sure this is the United States. Foy and Gibson. We have color. This is not makes sense, a color photograph, but these are old looking cars. But this VW bus is like it's like 70s, but these look like older. Maybe my perception of time is just totally messed up. I'm gonna say it's LA, even though I know. Maybe I'm just like dead wrong about that. I'm gonna say it's Los Angeles. And I'm gonna guess 74. That feels wrong. I think it is, but I'm really not confident in this. Yeah, I was dead wrong. Oh wow, okay, this is the 1956 Summer Olympics in Melbourne, Australia. Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought this Volkswagen was like parked. But no, it's driving towards the camera on the right hand side of the road. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. I literally thought because of this like barricade here there was like a parking lot or something. That's crazy. 1956, I was dead wrong on the year too. Alright, let's keep it going. That was embarrassing. H. Weber, Weinmarkt, Sloan Wagner. So this is Germany. Berwer and Coutelier, Schmid. It could be Austria. But I'm gonna go Germany. And this feels like Dusseldorf behavior. I don't know why, but this feels like Dusseldorf behavior. This guy has glasses. This guy has glasses and a mustache. Post World War I, pre World War II, maybe 1936. Wow. Okay, so where's this? This is Switzerland. The 500th anniversary of the Battle of Grandson to commemorate the Swiss Confederacy's victory over Charles the Bold of Burgundy, 1976. I should know with that mustache. I should have known. Okay, we're in Sweden. We're in Sweden, and if we're in Sweden, I'll hedge my bets and say we're in Stockholm. Because we're on the water here. Let's look into this crowd. This is an 80. This is 82. 76. I was 6 years off. But I got close on my location. Crowds gathered in Stockholm for the wedding of King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden and Sylvia Sommerleth. 8363 at 10,000. Okay, Saddam Hussein. So this is when Saddam Hussein had been captured and was on trial. And so Saddam Hussein, he was killed in '06, I believe. So this is going to be 2006. But this looks like, I'm pretty sure we're Middle East here. Part of me wants to say Turkey, but I don't know if these guys look Turkish. And I don't think this would be Iraq circa 2006. I just don't. Oh, could be Jordan. No, I don't think it's Jordan, because no, it's not gonna be here. I don't think it'd be. This doesn't look like Tel Aviv. I don't think that. Maybe we are in Iraq. Go to Iraq. We're not. No, we're not in Baghdad. Maybe this is. I'm gonna. Lebanon, we're in Damascus, that's gonna be my guess, we're in Damascus. Or maybe Beirut. Yeah, Beirut, we're in Beirut. Like here or something. 2006. 2004. See, I thought 2006 was when he died, but he must have died in 2004. We were in Iraq. Iraqis watching the trial of Saddam Hussein in a cafe along the River Tigris. 8472 there. That's the Beatles and Muhammad Ali. I should know this one. This is a very famous photo. I've seen this photo before. Muhammad Ali. So this would have been pre-Vietnam War. I think. Because they're still in their early sort of look here. They haven't gone. Like more hippie vibes. And Vietnam started in 67. No, that's off. I think it started earlier than that. And I can't remember when Muhammad Ali. So I think the Beatles formed in 61 or 62. They got popular pretty quick. This could be 63 or 64. I'm just gonna go 64. And I think they're in the United States at this point. I have to imagine they're in the United States at this point. Probably East Coast. I'm just gonna say New York and hedge my bets, but I'm not super confident in that. Okay. So I got it right with the year 1964. Muhammad Ali beating his chest during a photo shoot with the Beatles at a training camp in Miami. So we're in Miami, so I was really wrong on New York. 76-23. So not as good that round. 29-492 that go round. But I'm gonna do one more and see if I can get at least over 40,000. Okay. Last round. husband, lib. Husbands oppressed. Husband suffrage moving more doghouses. Ask not what can my husband do for me, but ask what can I do for my husband. That's actually very, very important, because that is a direct reference to JFK's inaugural address. And he was inaugurated in 1961, so we know this is at least after the year 1961. So the default year 1962 might be okay. Actually, yes, 1962, because I feel like this was likely a midterm election. So if JFK was inaugurated in 61, 63 would be your midterm election. And this man seems to be campaigning, although somewhat humorously, I think, but Harry Britain in Erie, Pennsylvania. So if we go to Pennsylvania and we find Erie, the thing is, I just don't know where Erie is. I thought it was a pretty big. There we go, Erie, PA. I'm gonna go Erie, PA, 1963, 1975. Wow, and where were we? We were in New York City. Harry Britain protesting against women in the workforce. Britain left his wife and family in Erie, PA after he's laid off from his job and his wife started working. Wow. Sounds like a winner. Okay, that's Rowan Atkinson with a camera in what is that? Lay Train Blue Restaurant. I think this is see, this woman looks very English. These guys look like guys in England. These guys look very English. I think we're in England. Oh yeah, these are all British people for sure. I reckon we're in that train station in London. I want to say Union Station, but I know that's not true. Is this it? London Waterloo? Maybe. Now Rowan Atkinson looks quite young here. This would be his peak Mr. Bean days. And I think he's in his 60s now. Maybe his 70s. But I'm gonna say, I'm gonna split the argument and say he's 65 in 2025. He looks like he's probably in his 30s here. So maybe 1995, maybe. Let's make that guess. 1995. No. 2006, I was 11 years off. I was still digging at Gare de Lyon from the film Mr. Bean's Holiday as we were in Au Francais. 6156 out of 10,000. Goldberg Advertising, McKinsey and Bennett. Fruiters and Confectioners. J. Mendel's, Tobacconists, Taylors, Mercers. Booking Office, Travel Bureau, Tourist Department, Garment Tourist Department. confectioners, sweets, Woods Private Hotel, Rattray Street, Seamoodine Hairdressers, Kenzie and Bennett Steinhoff buildings. Looking at these buildings up here and out there, and this here. Bank of NC. Bank of New Zealand. Oh my god, I would have never gone for New Zealand, bro. I would have never gone for New Zealand until I saw them. I'm just gonna say Auckland. I'm gonna say Auckland, and I'm going way back here. I'm gonna go 1922. 1923. I was 1 year off. Street scene around Cargill's Monument in Dunedin, New Zealand. 7918. That's really good. This is the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Just looking at these trucks, looking at that BMW. Hypermeat, Hillbrow, Pretoria Street, Ambassador Hotel, Hillbrow Pharmacy. This is not the United States. Ambassador Hotel. BMWs. So it looks like we have cars driving on the... This looks like a mess, but it looks like we have cars driving on the left. Which means this could potentially be India, but there's English. I'm really confused about where this could possibly be. I think we might be somewhere in Africa. Africa, English, driving on the left-hand side of the road. I'm actually at a complete and total loss. Maybe South Africa. So I'm gonna go Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm gonna say this is like 2004, 2009 in Johannesburg, so I was really close. On the intersection of Pretoria and Bankett Street in Johannesburg, 2009, 8778 on that one. Alright, Radstadt, Spithook, Mandorf, so we're in Germany. Like, almost definitely we're in Germany. They look quite wealthy, so I'm gonna say we're in Western Germany. We're kinda out. Maybe I'm gonna go Frankfurt, maybe. Quite stylish. 55, I'm gonna go 55. 57, but we are in Austria. So I was 2 years off. It was 1957, I guess 55. 496.5 kilometers, 8804 on that one. So I got 37,625. I think that's probably the best that I did, but I thought that was quite fun and enjoyable. I hope you guys at least liked it. I'd be happy to do this again. I had a fun time with this. If you guys have liked this video, if you did, please do a thumbs thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this every single week. Till next time, guys.